Hey y'all, just checking in today. Want to talk about sleep. I know when I embark on a new lifestyle intervention, change, something I want to make different in my life or make better, I always look for the simplest thing I can do now. So one of our points in our 90-day challenge is sleep. And we picked that one, number one, because it's super duper important. Number two, it's free. Might be reversed in that order. So a couple of things that are super important about your brain and how it affects everything else we do. It's just, it runs the show. So, number one, there's a system in our brain. It's kind of like the lymphatic system of the brain. It's called the glymphatic system. What happens is this is like our trash taker outer of our brain. So when we're sleeping, our brain has a much less activity than when we're awake, obviously. And so it's at that point in time where this disposal system comes into play and helps flush out the toxins and the debris that's gathered up in our brain, and it helps flush it out. So when we wake up in the morning, we are nice and refreshed. So that's a super, super important reason to do that. Think about Alzheimer's prevention. We want to have a strong, feisty brain till the end, right? The next one is so we can stay a little bit smarter. So it's been shown that within 24 hours with 24 hours of sleep deprivation, there's a 6% reduction in glucose to the brain. So our brain functions on glucose. That's why when we are carb deprived, we get a little bit wacko. Another one is, when you have you ever noticed when you don't get a good night's sleep, the next day you're craving junk. You want donuts and sweets and maybe chips or something that's not the best decision that we could make nutritionally, but it's our body's ability survival instinct to get more glucose to the brain as much as possible. So that's why we crave crappy things when we are sad or sleep deprived. So we want to think about being a little bit smarter. So those are two important things that I wanted to bring to your attention and want you to think about. And then give you a couple strategies to get a little bit better sleep. Number one is just make it a priority. Make a hot date with your bed every night. Try to keep that schedule as tight as possible, even if you have to think about maybe, adjusting your bedtime by 15 minutes at a time. You don't have to change it by 2 hours, just baby steps, 15 minutes at a time each night. Maybe do it for a week. The next week, try it 15 minutes earlier. Find out what works so you can get that sweet spot of good sleep. Another thing is get some sunshine in the morning. That helps to automatically, naturally reset our circadian rhythm. Our cortisol should be high in the morning so we have energy. That's what wakes us up and gets us going. And then in order for that to happen, and then at the end of the night, we want our melatonin to kind of start to naturally kick in so we get a nice, good, solid, restful sleep. And another way to just improve our sleep is keep it cool in your room. It's been shown that between 60 to 68 degrees is like the sweet spot. If you're too hot, your body's not able to go into that restful period. So we have a natural thermoregulation. It's supposed to be our temperature is 98.6 degrees. That's pretty much just a roundabout average. But our bodies naturally do what it's supposed to do. So we kind of have that natural downregulation of the temperature just a bit, usually about 1 degree. Just to prepare our bodies for sleep. So if you can, many of you have probably heard me complain about the wind tunnel in my room, living with the Jer Bear. But so our room is pretty cold at night. And it just helps to let your body kind of cool down and do all the repairs that it needs to do. So those are my 3 quick tips. Make bedtime a priority. Get some sunshine early in the day. And then keep your bedroom as cool as you can comfortably, 60 to 68 degrees. We'll have another check-in soon. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.